The Evergreen State is primarily known for its high desert plains, geysers, and volcanic peaks. Washington's epic combination of wildlife shows a terrain shaped by huge events since the Ice Age. Olympic and Rainier are Washington's best-known national parks, and rightfully so. Many Washington state parks offer a nature feast that will delight visitors. The whale-filled Puget Sound is a short drive from Seattle. The deadliest American volcanic eruption is in the other direction. In a good way, you'll find more than you bargained for. Here is the list of the top 12 state and national parks in Washington. Flaming Geyser State Park. Washington's natural richness is on show at Flaming Geyser State Park. The geysers narrative is fascinating even if it's restricted and doesn't soar like Yellowstone's. In the early 20th century, miners built a test well and created a 26-foot gas monster lighted by natural methane. Methane remains and the flame increases barely a few inches today. Bubbling Geyser, a nearby mud pit, shows this effect. The Green River is the park's main attraction. At high flow, it creates spectacular whitewater rafting. Sunlakes-Dry Falls State Park. In the closing years of the Ice Age, Montana's ice dams burst, flooding eastern Washington. As the flood receded, it left unseen scars. Sunlakes-Dry Falls State Park lets us see them. At its prime, Dry Falls dwarfed Niagara Falls. With a 400-foot plunge, it was 3.5 miles wide. However, just a stunning cliff face and sun lakes remain. Strangely, the area is now barren high desert and a terrific place to fish, boat, and swim before sleeping beneath the stars. Lake Wenatchee State Park. Campers admire this year-round state park's magnificent wildness and easy access. The state park is 2 hours east of Seattle on a beautiful lake surrounded by mountains and glaciers, including Dirty Face Peak. In summer, locals and visitors sunbathe on the lake shores and jump in. Hiking, bike, and horseback riding paths, plus boat and kayak rentals keep active people busy. In winter, groomed cross-country trails are the greatest way to discover a winter wonderland. Camping in the park is easy with over 150 campsites. San Juan Islands National Monument. Washington's biodiversity and marine variety are protected by the San Juan Islands National Monument's 400 islands. It's one of Washington's newest parks. Yet age is just a number, and the San Juans offer tremendous diversity to rival any state park. One island across Puget Sound has nothing but rocks, while others are covered in rainforests. Whether by boat or tour, it's fascinating to explore. From May to October, trek Mount Constitution to witness orcas and killer whales. Palouse Falls State Park. You shouldn't chase waterfalls, but this one is worth it. The 200-foot waterfall in Palouse Falls State Park inspired its name. The park's main draw is the waterfalls. The thick white veil splits the basalt rock and ancient lava flow from the other side of the gorge. With a waterfall and more flora, the setting resembles Big Bend. Stay at Palouse Falls campgrounds to see the High Desert Park's magnificent light show. Seven, Limekiln State Park. Whale watching is Limekiln State Park's specialty on San Juan Island near Canada. From May through September, the park's western coasts are a great place to view orcapods migrate through the strait. At Limekiln, there's always something to do. The park has natural pathways along the coast and through the park, despite its tiny size. The Red Roof Lighthouse on the boulder-strewn coast will greet you. The tourist center and picnic spots showcase the site's history and fauna. Six, Deception Pass. One of the state's most popular parks, Deception Pass State Park, located north of Seattle. Deception Pass's photogenic bridge is easily accessible, unlike Rainier and the North Cascades. From the shoreline and elevation, the park overlooks Puget Sound. Family-friendly paths include the Sand Dunes Interpretive Trail, while adventurers can hike a stretch of the Pacific Northwest National Scenic Trail. Fishing in Cranberry Lake is another way to explore sound. Five, St. Helens National Monument. In 1980, Mount St. Helens was 9,677 feet tall and the state's seventh tallest peak. Like a ship on a vast ocean, the majestic mountain towered over the flat plain. Nonetheless, it exploded that year, killing 57 people in the U.S. bloodiest volcanic eruption. The area's regeneration has taken time, but visitors can feel Mother Nature's power. Today, you may visit the mountain and national monument to find even more biodiversity than before the explosion. Windy Ridge and the top are accessible by hiking paths. The caldera views from the top are spectacular. Four, Cape Disappointment State Park. Cape Disappointment, named after Captain James Meares' failed attempt to discover the Columbia River, is anything but. The jagged coast cliffs plunge into the Pacific Ocean below the state park. Cape Disappointed State Park's North Head and Cape Disappointment lighthouses are stunning. The latter is Washington's oldest working lighthouse. For more history, see the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center. Here, their legendary odyssey ended. Later, wander the seaside paths or stay at the campground to sleep beneath the stars.
Download sequence start.
3. Mount Rainier National Park. Mount Rainier's size makes her visible from many places of Washington. Several mountaineers aim to summit the 14,400-foot tall snow-capped peak. If you don't want to complete the technical obstacle, Mount Rainier National Park will exceed your expectations. It's the state's most gorgeous public land, with something great for every season. Almost 250 kilometers of hiking paths wind across meadows and alpine lakes in the park. These paths become cross-country ski tracks in winter, so anytime is a good time to explore. 2. North Cascades Park. The North Cascades National Park is a wilderness with gray wolves, grizzlies, and wolverines. It's a 3-hour journey from Seattle, which is fortunate. Scenic Highway 20 is one of the state's best road journeys to and through the park. But removing this section of tarp would make four-wheel access difficult. Because of this, mountaineers adore North Cascades for its remote ridgelines. It's a park for expert climbers, but Highway 20 has great day treks. Along the Steadicon and Skagit rivers, you can kayak or raft through the park. One. Olympic National Park. Olympic National Park, Washington's crown gem, boasts an amazing variety of wildlife. The national park stretches from enormous glacier mountains to deep and damp rainforests on the Olympic Peninsula. As if to help clouds spot it, the peninsula protrudes from the west coast. Rainfall is highest in the region. Snow has formed 250 glaciers in the park. Bring your rain gear for amazing hikes via Hurricane Pass and the Enchanting Valley. After, unwind at Marinere Waterfall or Salt Duck Hot Springs. And that's a wrap on our virtual tour of the top 12 state and national parks in Washington. From the rugged mountains of Mount Rainier National Park to the scenic coastal views of Olympic National Park, Washington's parks offer some of the most stunning and diverse landscapes in the country. Have you visited any of these parks before, or are you planning a trip to Washington soon? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more travel guides and tips. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Download sequence start. Sequence interrupted.